I just wanted to start with the fact that I'm very honored and privileged to be standing here today. If you would have asked me last summer if I thought I would have been here, the answer would have been no, because I was too busy crying while I was studying for step 1. So first years, please start early. But again, I wouldn't be standing here today if it weren't for the grace and the favor of God and my supportive family and everyone along the way that has helped encourage me and just stood by me through this path to medicine that I have. So again, thanks for allowing me to just kind of tell you my story and just share my heart with you tonight. So a little bit of background information on me. I was born in San Jose, California. My mom's family is from here and my dad's family is from California. But at 2 weeks old, my mom brought me back home and I was actually raised here. So for all intents and purposes, I'm from Hawaii. I went to Kamehameha schools. And then due to, I guess, better job opportunities and pay, my family decided to move back to California. So we all picked up, we left, we went back to San Jose, and I ended up going to a public school, the local public school there. So, people always ask you, well, when did you decide medicine? It wasn't until later. When I was a kid, I actually wanted to be an FBI agent. I liked Nancy Drew and I loved solving mysteries and crimes. I was like, yes, FBI agent. And then I got to high school and then I was like, no, I'm going to be a psychologist because I love talking to people and helping people. Somewhere along that year, I decided, you know what? I'm going to be a doctor because it bridges the best of both worlds. I'm an FBI agent because I'm solving mysteries of the human body, and I'm a psychologist because I'm helping talk to people and get them, whatever help they might need. So that's the birth of my pathway story. So I ended up going to a small private college called Vanguard University. It's in Orange County. I went there for a year. I was one of those crazy students who tried to cram 2 years into one, just took a lot of credits because the goal was to be out. And then after my freshman year, I had a setback. I ended up getting pregnant. I know, science. So I ended up getting pregnant, and if anyone's ever had a life, change, and you're kind of like, whoa, I need to step back and kind of look at things. For me, that was one of those moments. I was sure that my life was over. I was like, I'm never going to be a doctor. I'm going to have to raise a child. I'm not going to graduate. So it was around that time when my grandmother was actually kind of sick. Her health was declining. She had diabetes, so it was kind of progressing. So around that same time, my family decided to move back home. They say it's not because of me, but I beg to differ. So we ended up coming back home to take care of my grandmother. And then I had my daughter here while I was in Hawaii. So, after getting pregnant and having my daughter, I actually ended up getting on the state welfare. So I needed to, I think I had just turned 20, and I didn't have any skills. Aside from, just regular, I could do cashier stuff, but no payable skills, and just didn't know what I want, didn't know how to get back on track. So I got on some welfare so I could help, support myself and my daughter. And just, after working, I was like, I need to get back to school. Education is so important, and it's really, it really opens doors. So I ended up going back to UH Manoa, and then I graduated with a degree in, what did I want to get a degree in? Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Biology and women's studies. So I ended up double majoring. And like I said, along the way, there have been so many people that have, really put their time into me and their treasures and their efforts that have really got me to this point. So I actually got onto my medical school path through a program called the Native Hawaiian Student Pathway to Medicine. So it's a program run through the Native Hawaiian Center of Excellence, And they really helped me navigate the steps I needed to do, how to be an applicant, what about the MCAT that I need to know to be successful. So that was my first kind of slide in the door that way. And then from there, it's just been different things. So like Dr. Burgess said, I did do the EME Ho'ola program. But between the time of graduating and actually starting EME, I did work for the Department of Health for a few years. And, it's a little difficult being a single parent and trying to make a living and, try to follow your heart and your dreams. But, like I said, with the support of God, my family, and the different mentors I've had during the way, I'm here today. So, good news, which you probably all figured out, I'm matriculated into med school. And it's been a journey. There have been ups, there have been downs, but overall, it's an exciting path. It's been amazing. Like, I'm amazed at, where I am today. But again, I could never do it without the support of the people that I call friends. Not only friends, but they're actually my family. Not by blood, but because they care for me. And so, to me, and I'm sure for all of us tonight, the scholarships mean more than we could ever say. The most obvious is that it decreases our loan burden, while we're in medical school, and then after when we graduate, the loan debt. And for some of us, that might mean, we may be able to choose lower paying specialties, or, the thought that, maybe I have to do this to make more money to pay off my loans. Maybe those kinds of things are less considered because we have these scholarships. For some of us, and especially for me, I've been able to use my loan money to live, to buy gas and, pay for car insurance and safety check and all of those expenses. So it's been very helpful. And I think the most important thing, and I can only speak for myself, but, it is written that a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And basically what that means to me is that my scholarship donors, the people that have given their time, their talents, their treasures, they've sown into my life as a person, but also as a future doctor, so that I can focus on becoming that family physician that in my heart I know I was created to be. And with my complicated pathway, it's also given me a heart to serve people that maybe have had similar situations. I have a heart for Native Hawaiians. I have a heart for low income. I have a heart for single mothers. I have a heart for, basically, you will qualify in that category if you are from or have any ties to Hawaii. So I just wanted to, from my own heart, to thank every single one of our donors tonight for giving of your treasures and sowing into the next generation of doctors, not only for you, but for your children's children, so that we can help support the future of Hawaii for everyone, as well as for everyone. Thank you.